Ilara was 27 when she inherited a small countryside house from a grandmother she barely knew. She hadn't visited Willow Creek since she was a child, and the news of the inheritance felt strange, like a forgotten book suddenly placed in her hands. She was planning to sell the house. She told herself it was just old property in a sleepy town. But something, maybe curiosity, maybe instinct, told her to go there first. One weekend couldn't hurt. The town was slow and peaceful. People greeted her by name, though she didn't recognize them. "You've got your grandmother's eyes," they said, but no one said much else. The house wasn't touched. Dust had gathered like it was protecting something. In the quiet of that night, with the wind whistling through the trees, Ilara couldn't sleep. She wandered the halls and noticed a narrow staircase behind an old bookshelf. It led to the top room, a storage space her mother used to call the ceiling room. The door creaked open. She found a small wooden chest buried beneath a dusty tarp. Inside was an envelope addressed to her. The handwriting was shaky, but clear, her grandmother's. The letter began, "My dearest Ilara, if you're reading this, it means I'm gone and you've come back home. This house holds more than furniture and old memories. It holds a part of our family we never told you about. Not out of shame, but out of fear. Fear that you would carry a bird and that wasn't yours. But you deserve to know the truth." As Ilara read on, her hands trembled. The letter spoke of a secret child, a boy born before Ilara's mother, son her grandmother, was forced to give away in her teenage years. No one in the family ever mentioned him. Her grandmother was sent to a different town during the pregnancy, returned months later, and resumed life like nothing had happened. "He would be your uncle. I've written to him for years. I don't know if you ever read them. I don't know if he's still alive. But I've saved everything, the letters I sent, and the ones I never had the courage to mail. They're all here in this house." The next day, Ilara searched every corner of the house, behind loose bricks in the fireplace, tucked inside books with hollowed pages, hidden in drawers no one had opened in decades. She found them. Dozens of letters, some opened, some returned, all filled with longing and regret. Ilara's heart broke for the woman she barely knew. She started to wonder, how do you live a whole life carrying a secret like that? How do you smile, cook, tell bedtime stories with a heart half elsewhere? She began digging through public records, old adoption archives, and local hospitals. The more she searched, the more pieces came together. A boy born in 1954, adopted by a family just 2 towns away. A man who might still be living under a different name. One letter stood out. It was dated 5 years ago. Her grandmother had found him. His name was Thomas now. He never wrote back. Ilara drove to the address. It was a quiet street. A small garden, a wind chime, just like the one at the old house. She left a note in his mailbox with her number. A week passed. Then a message came. "I never knew she remembered me. I'd like to talk." They met in a small cafe. Thomas had her grandmother's eyes. He listened quietly as Ilara told him everything about the letters, the house, the attic room. He showed her one photo. He'd kept his whole life, a baby blanket with the name Hope sewn into the edge. The same blanket Ilara had seen in the attic chest. They talked for hours. Ilara learned that secrets don't erase love, they just bury it. And sometimes, that love finds its way back. She invited him to the cottage. They walked through each room. He stood in the garden with tears in his eyes and whispered, "I always felt like something was missing. This was it." Ilara didn't just inherit a house, she inherited a second chance for a broken story to heal. And she chose to tell it, to honor the silence that had been kept for too long. She wrote this story not just to remember, but to remind others what's hidden in the dark always waits for the right person to bring it into the light. Did this story touch your heart? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like. And if you want more stories like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. There's so much more to share with you.